Here's a question for you. Do you think it's possible that people can have a real emotional relationship with something that isn't human? And I'm not talking about animals or pets here, because that question is becoming a lot less hypothetical. People are increasingly using AI chatbots, not just to answer questions and help with work, but as friends, as confidants, and as, yes, even romantic partners. And a new study gives us a fascinating look into what those relationships actually mean to the people having them. Now, researchers analyzed more than 5,500 posts from Reddit communities devoted to AI companions. And when people were talking specifically about their own AI companion, the conversations were overwhelmingly about companionship and romance. And they also use significantly more emotional language. In other words, people weren't necessarily talking about these systems like they were software. They were talking about the relationship. And so, from a media psychology perspective, that raises really interesting questions. For one, does a relationship have to be mutual for the emotional experience to be real? Because the AI isn't actually experiencing attachment. I mean, we know that. It doesn't miss you, it doesn't love you, but the person interacting with it can still experience comfort, familiarity, intimacy, and emotional attachment. I mean, we already know that people can form strong emotional connections through the media. We can feel close to someone we watch regularly on television, on YouTube, or social media, even if we've never met them. AI takes that one step further because now that media can respond to you. It can remember your name. It can remember what it told you yesterday. It can ask you how you're feeling. It can respond when you're upset and even tell you that it misses you. That creates what we as media psychologists call social presence. The feeling that there is someone there with you, even though the interaction is happening through technology. And the more human those responses feel, the easier it becomes to respond to the AI socially. So someone can know perfectly well, this is AI, I know that, but they can still feel that this thing knows me. And that's the fascinating part because AI doesn't have to actually feel the relationship for the person interacting with it to experience the relationship as something meaningful. And there are reasons that these systems can become especially compelling. An AI companion is always available, right? It listens, it remembers specific things about you. It responds directly to what you say. And unlike most human relationships, it can be designed to be endlessly patient, affirming, and focused on you. Oh, and that can feel incredibly personal. And so researchers are now finding that these relationships can provide comfort and emotional support. But heavier companionship use may also be associated with loneliness and lower well being, especially for people with fewer human connection. So, this isn't really a story about whether having an AI companion is good or bad, right? It's about something bigger because human beings are remarkably capable of forming emotional attachments through mediated experiences. And now the media isn't simply showing us another person, it can talk back, it can adapt to us, and it can simulate the behaviors that we associate with intimacy. So maybe the question isn't, is this relationship real? I mean, for the person experiencing it, the feelings may be very real. Maybe the more important question is what happens when the thing that we become emotionally attached to is owned, programmed, and controlled by a tech company. Because that company can change the model, change the personality, change how it responds, or remove it entirely. And if the relationship feels real to the user, those changes can have real psychological consequences. And that's what I want to look at in the next video. What happens when the technology company changes someone that you've become emotionally attached to? Let me know what you think.